Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so the plan for today, I'm going to continue ripping all the stuff out of the bedroom here. And to answer a comment that was made, I answered it in the comment, but I think something probably other people were trying to figure out too. Why in the world I would be trying to work on the bedroom when the roof is so obviously a problem? Well, namely, it's got to do with money. Where I'm doing this off of my VA disability check. I got to do what I can when I can, and well, I had to buy the rig this month, so thus that took pretty much the whole check. And so I'm doing what I can that don't cost no money for now. And namely, ripping this stuff right here out and ripping all this out. I can do all that with nothing but this hand and the one holding the phone. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I'm just kind of diddling along until I can get paid again. And then I'm going to be ripping the roof off this bad boy and putting a new one on it. So right now, what I'm planning on doing is disassembling these cabinets right here, saving everything. Because once again, that whole stretch of money thing, I plan on reusing these cabinets, possibly in other places. The countertop there is most likely going to become at least part of my kitchen countertop, which is to come in a few months probably. But they'll go into being stored in the meantime. But for now, let's see what it's going to take to get these cabinets took apart. Hey there, it's your buddy, the one-legged nomad. See, the room looks a little bit different than last time you seen it. I hope you'll like this one right here. Check it out. Do the whole subscribe, comment, share, like all of it, because it really helps push it out. I hope you'll like this little idea I had today. And like always, if you have any ideas, drop them in the comments, because I am always going through the comments trying to see if I can come up with any fresh ideas. Y'all are going to help me build this thing. Let's get it going. Pull the cabinet doors or the drawers off of there and everything. I'm looking around and I see down here, like right there, this thing's screwed down to the floor. Then it's screwed into the wall over there. And then the actual countertop is screwed down to this thing. So it's just going to be a matter of taking a bunch of screws out. It shouldn't be too bad. And see, that's our hot water tank heading over there that we still don't know nothing about, other than looks like stuff ain't hooked up. Looks like a couple things ain't hooked up. This is gonna be another one of those find out when I get to it thing. Here's where I've gotten to. I got the tops. Look at all that water damage. The whole corner of this is falling apart. It's like wet dust. But that's basically our frames right there. I got it mostly loose now. I got that one completely loose. I just found that out. But basically I think it's right there. All right, I think I got that loose now. All right, well, in that case, now I guess I can get back here to see what's going on with this water tank. Pretty sure this means that my hot water tank is probably no good. This line right, it's not even hooked up to it here, nor is that line there. Yeah, that's my two coming in there. I mean, obviously one's gonna be a hot, one's gonna be a cold. It's the intention for it, because these run on over to the shower, but it ain't hooked up to this. So I'm gonna take that this thing right here probably don't work. And that's the water damage I uncovered behind the cabinet there. I mean, the wall is definitely wet. And all of this is shot. But I ain't too worried about none of that. Once I realized how little it is to rebuild these walls, I became a lot less concerned about water damage in here. So we're gonna fix the leaks, get rid of all the mold, and get all this cleaned up, have it right. All right, now, how about I snap my fingers and make all this right here get straightened up, and I'll show you what I got. Well, I can now stand in this side of the room. We got this cabinet out of here and found a bit more water damage. So walking in this room is a little bit different than it was a couple hours ago. Got all that out of here. Got right much room back in this little bedroom. The water damage behind the wall here was as to be expected. And there is no frame around this window, so obviously it's probably been just pouring water in as fast as it could. The wood above the window feels solid, so I believe it's just from underneath. That's fixable. I think we're gonna have to just go ahead and take all of these windows, probably every window in the whole RV out, and replace the frame. I mean, y'all, you see that? It's wet. But I mean, if you notice, that glass right there is broke. I mean, this whole thing right here, there is no frame at all left. But like I said, above it actually feels pretty solid. That feels right. And you see right here a little water damage where it came down. This is not actively wet, whereas this is actively soaked. So I think this leaks worse. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and probably remove every window in here and go ahead and put new frames around them, reskin these walls. But obviously none of that's happening until the roof gets fixed. I mean, the roof is the very first thing that's going to actually be fixed. But, yeah, like I said before, that's got to do with money. But got my hot water tank out where I could see it. And I see that it's not even hooked up. Makes me feel like it probably doesn't work, but we're gonna figure that out. And I mean, if I need a new hot water tank, I just gotta get a new hot water tank. It is what it is. I think all the above the bed cabinets pretty much are gonna be staying. But I do know, like inside here, that actually don't feel bad. I thought I felt some of it the other day and it was like really mushy. Maybe I was thinking about this. That's just delaminated. I ain't too worried about that. But all in all, it's gonna work out. The only little bit of the end design I will go ahead and say is that the bed's not going to be going this way anymore. The bed's going to be at the end of the RV now. We'll have us a little something, some sort of a little built-in. Might do a TV up here in the corner. Might just take that whole cabinet right there and make that spot for the TV. I hadn't decided any of that stuff yet, but we got a little bit of space, and then also not to forget the area up there and above the cab is going to become cabinets too. So we're going to have plenty of storage in here. I mean, it's just going to be me and the cat. I guess that'll do it for today. If you've rode along with me this far, I thank you. I truly do. And if you're new to it, if you will, go back and watch the last couple, because this project right here is going to be a huge undertaking, and I am a bit of a novice at it. I don't have a lot of knowledge about this stuff. I know a little bit about this, a little bit about that, enough to get by. And I'm also a hard worker. So you put that combination together and I'm going to get it done. I mean, it is what it is. But if you have any advice, I will always listen to and take into consideration any advice that you want to put out there. Like always, remember this: God loves you, and I do too. This right here is a preview of part of the idea I got. This is the cabinet, the countertop out of that cabinet in there, and I mean, we literally own something like this right here. My kitchen's already done. All I gotta do is just stabilize some stuff up. Maybe I may end up putting some thin piece of plywood on top of it, just using this like as the base, and then putting some tile on it or something. I've got some faux brick that I'm gonna do as a backsplash. It's coming together, y'all.